I'm a foundryman, by second generation foundryman. And started up foundries, turned around foundries, consolidated foundries, and unfortunately, if you know the foundry industry, closed down some foundries. But one of the things that I was always fascinated on before I went back to further education was the power in the people on the front line if you gave them respect. Now in my foundries, my first foundry I managed, I didn't exactly have a bunch of rocket scientists on the shop floor. I was in northern Minnesota, and it was in Pine County, and as a matter of fact, the people in Pine County were called Jack Pine Savages. Unfairly, but they were kind of rugged individualists. Most of them didn't finish, a lot of them didn't finish high school. As a matter of fact, every once in a while during a break, I'd sit with the crew. One break, I was the only one that couldn't tell a first-hand jail story. That was telling me something about this crew. At the same time, these were the guys that were actually doing it. I mean, I came in, trained them all, set everything else up. I mean, I was the engineer, I was the manager, I was a big shot, right? I knew what was going on. Well, it's surprising once things got set up. First time I left town and turned it over to them, they hit a production record. How'd that make me feel? Well, actually proud, but at the same time it made me wonder, maybe I should leave more often. The whole thing is, they had the power of actually doing it firsthand. I still remember one time, but so many employees aren't accustomed to being even asked. I still remember one of my employees by the name of Bobby Nolan. And Bobby ran the cope, if you know anything, a cope machine. We were making large castings, and he ran the cope machine, and one Saturday he was in doing some stuff, and I came over and he asked me a bunch of questions on how he might improve the productivity and the standard motion. I was an industrial engineer by training, manufacturing engineer. And so I gave him some ideas, just very general ideas. I came back in on Monday, looked at his machine, how he had it laid out, and I said, Bobby, this is great. Where did you get all these great ideas? And he got very nervous. He says, well, you gave them to me. I didn't give them to him. I gave him some general directions and he took it, but he thought I would be upset because he implemented his own ideas. How many of you have ever seen employees in that same situation? It's more, they risk getting in trouble by doing something extra, by getting those ideas in, even little ideas, than by doing it yourself. A lot of times your employees, I hate to say this, you probably know this, they're doing stuff an easier way, a better way, and just not even telling you. Now the problem is we can't continuously improve if we're doing that because they're doing it all on the side.